season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the #3 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will put total leather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Durham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. He's going to take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum.
There he goes! Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the left. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback keeps it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. To the air, it's Lagway. Quick strike complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Durham. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. It's complete. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gator. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position, because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
And right down the middle. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Breaks into the open. The 30. 10. Touchdown LSU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. Open space at the 25. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why.
Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Typically, when you see a draw play, you don't think of it being forced outside.
No, you want those defensive ends to run upfield and run downhill inside. The object is to get those guys pass rushing and running out of their gaps so you can run the ball right where they were at. That play had absolutely no chance of success.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Fires left. Got his man downfield. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Gators racing to the line in a hurry-up. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Now the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got a first down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Motion from the wideout. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Corners are walked up tight. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking left. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Looking downfield, it's Nelson. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so
breaks into the open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead's extended a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Brown has it. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Looking deep. Snags it down the right side. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Gonna run it. It's Durham. Oh, he's got some space. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Look out, he's got room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet. But if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse. And they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling big plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Touchdown, Tigers! He would not be denied. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to ride this running back. And And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half.
He's loose down the left side. Crosses midfield. At the 30. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! This Gabe must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll bring it out. It's Durham. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit. Breaks into the open. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Now they'll run it on the toss. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. To the air, it's Nelson. They're working that left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They torch this defense with an explosive passing. He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Florida. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route, who gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Durham. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals!
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by a field goal over Wisconsin. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how to deploy them in all kinds of different ways. If I'm Florida, continue to find ways to find that guy, because whether it's zone, man, whatever, he wins.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Glagway. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Just keep slinging it. Takes a hit as he fires. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Give to Brown. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. They'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Brown. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 at the 26, quarterback certainly well within field goal range. But let's see if they choose to go for it here. Trying to pick up the first down in the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Quarterback will keep it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Back to throw. It's Lagway. A little release to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nice job there by the defender in coverage one-on-one with the running back out in the flat. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down. Gain of no yards.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Direct snap. Got a little space. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Quickly to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Snap it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Florida, 42.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, and try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, They got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because
oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Florida! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Durham. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Looking for a crease. It's Durham. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it's picked off for the third time today.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
Going with the ground game left. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got enough space. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, We want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. The short hands, it's Brown. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. The toss to the right. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. A run for the quarterback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw up. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? DB's right up on the receivers. A designed run for the quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
How about the response by this defense? You gave up some yards, so what? Bowed your neck now on 3rd and goal. 3 stops in a row when it matters most, forcing the offense into a critical 4th down situation.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. looking to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Durham. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to throw, it's Nelson.
Taken down and sent. A 10-yard loss on the play. Second down coming up.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.